Hey y'all, I'm back. It's still September the 30th. I came this morning. It's nighttime. I don't feel bad today because I went and sometime go a day or two without saying anything, but I'm back. Anyway, just want to tell each and every person that ever sees any of my videos, want to encourage you to not get so loose that you get lost. Sometime out here you can get so comfortable so many different ways in life. I mean, even in misery, think about it, even in misery sometime, and I'm sure almost everybody's been there, you can end up in miserable places and miserable relationships, living in miserable conditions, and you can grow accustomed to them and get so used to them that you almost find comfort and maybe not happiness, but you can find comfort. You can find ways to relax and begin to feel like you can't do no better. But just wanted to tell you, don't get loose and get so loose that you get lost. I wanted to encourage mamas real quick on tonight, mothers. Let me say it right. I'm talking to mothers tonight. Always be aware of your surroundings. This is for the fathers as well, but especially mothers. And I'm going to say single mothers tonight. You're on my heart. Always be aware of the surrounding of not only yourself, but of your children. And I emphasize children, but more so girls, young girls. And I guess it's my heart because I've helped raise some girls, and that's what I've been around, and what I have is girls. So you got to be very careful about who you allow to be in the lives of your girls. Because I want to say this, that there is a dog spirit. The Bible said that from the beginning of time, there's been the lust of the eye, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. And it is amazing. And I'll say this now, a lot of folk, when brothers like me come and they're trying to bring truth to light and bring truth to power, or whatever you want to say, everybody want to hate and be like, oh, who do he think he is, or who does she think she is, or whatever. We're just warning. I'm like John the Baptist. I'm just the voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord, and trying to warn you that vipers and snakes, rats, whatever you want to call them, dogs, you know, they're out and they're on the loose, and that lustful spirit, you've got to be careful that you watch out for it. So like I said, guard your hearts, guard your minds. Don't get so loose that you get lost. Protect your babies, protect your little girls. Me and my wife was sitting the other day, and I'm sure the channel was on like a kid channel. I don't know which one it was in particular, but there was a commercial that came on, and I know you've seen it, but it just was just weird to me. But the commercial came on, and what's out now, there is a llama toy, if you will. I don't know like the proper, but it's a toy, and what it is a twerking llama. You can Google it if you hadn't seen it. I also, when I looked at it earlier today, there's not just the llama. For Christmas, I guess they have a little puppy or a little dog with a Santa hat on that twerks as well. And many of you will be like, what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? Y'all always act like something wrong with everything. It's stupid. That's one of my words that I have to use now. It is just stupid. It is stupid. Like I said, as an adult, if you decide to do what you want to do and to have certain behaviors, then you are grown. You do that. But again, when it comes to your children, by all means necessary, not only provide for them, but protect them, because there were some dogs out here that don't know how to differentiate a woman from a girl. Can I tell you how many? And I talk to young ladies all the time, I talk to women all the time, and I try to tell them all the time that as a man, I could never sit down and have a conversation with a woman and tell her how it feels to have a baby, not just to have the baby, but to carry the baby and have to go through labor and all that stuff, because I never did it, never will do it. But I can tell you how men think, because now I'm a man of God, but once I was a man of the world, a dog. Every negative thing you can speak, I've been that before. So therefore, I know how we think. You got to be careful who you allow in and around your children, especially your little girls. Because let me tell you, most of these dogs or most of these men who don't know the Lord, it's still a struggle. I tell people, I try to keep it 1,000. Even as a sanctified man that is seeking the face of God and submitted to God and his authority and his word, there were certain things that God allowed and he built in us that it don't change. And unless you go through the sanctification process, not just once, but every day of your life and say, Lord, sanctify me. Keep sanctifying me, and I'm dying daily, then there's certain things that are in our natures that'll never die permanently until we're gone from here. So I must die daily. I must sanctify myself daily. So ladies, I'm trying to hurry as usual. Be careful who you allow around your children. When you got these men around you who are drinking, who are smoking, who are mind-altering drugs, and not just that, they're still promiscuous. They still masturbate. They still do all this thing that arouses their sexual nature. You got to be careful, because some of these jokers is looking at your daughters harder than they looking at you. Oh, I know I'm on the money tonight. You know why? And that's why I say this little twerking, little dolls and stuff ain't cute to me, because what is happening now, see, dogs are built like this, is that dogs see little girls. And when little girls begin to have that little bump in the back and little bumps on the front or whatever, that's already enough for a dog to start feeling, I don't even know the word, disgusting, and don't want to name that. That's enough right there in itself. When a little girl is supposed to be a little girl, but she starts to look like a woman, then he don't know how to differentiate the two, because again, his hormones and the lust demon is driving him anyway. So not only are you telling these little girls that, you know, it is all right for you to look like a woman even though you're a little girl, but go ahead and act like one too. Yo, y'all better cover these people. And like I said, I'll never be able to get to where I'm going tonight with this, but like I said, cover your babies. Cover and protect your babies. And like I said, if you want to do your thing, do your thing. But it is your responsibility to cover those babies and take care of those babies. Quit leaving them any and everywhere. You don't even know where they at. Dropping them off here, dropping them off there. Like I said, quit allowing these dudes to be all around your little girls or whatever. You better protect them by all means necessary. Yo, and I don't know who, this is for at least 3 people that'll see this video tonight. It's at least for 3 of y'all. Because most of y'all be like, oh, what is he talking about now, whatever. I'm telling you, by all means necessary, it's cool to provide, but it's even more important that you protect them from the wiles of the devil, because truly he on the loose. And like I said, even with these videos, please Google it. Look at it. If you ain't seen what I'm talking about, these llamas and these little dolls that they're creating, the twerking, all that type of stuff, can't you see? And I know you steady looking at people like me and be like, oh God, here you go ranting and doing all this again with this. Yo, we're trying to warn you. Because for most of y'all, you don't see the signs of the time. You don't see how the enemy has just crept in here and basically took over. Quit allowing the internet, TVs, schools, and society to raise your children. Stand up and be a woman. Stand up and be a man. You had them, raise them. And I'm going to tell you the best way to raise these children is by the word of God. Proverbs 22:6 says, train up a child in the way they should go, and when they're old, they won't depart. I'm telling you, it's time for us to do better. It's time for us to do right. Like I said, young ladies, you ain't got no reason. I was speaking to a young lady the other day, a few days ago, and she could not understand why her parents, it's like they demand more out of her than they do her brothers and stuff like that. And I told her, honestly, that's kind of how I came up. You know, for some reason, you know, guys, it's hard for them to become men for some reason. They refuse to be men. They would rather lay around. They would rather sell dope. They would rather take it the easy route, do it the easy way. So I grew up around women, especially my wife now, that when I saw her when she was young, she had children, but she had a job. She had a vehicle. She had a house. So when I see women, especially women who have children, I expect them to be strong women who are willing to stand up because they understand what they created, and they understand I now have responsibility to take care of this. So if you're a young woman and you sit here and you listening to me tonight, tomorrow, or whenever else, if you are laying around, get your tail up. There is more expected of you. There is more in you. If you a joker, a dude laying around, like I said, and wanting a woman to take care of you, get your tail up and get a job. I better go now and rent, y'all. Listen, like I said, all and everything I said, I'm just saying basically, protect what is yours. Submit yourself to God. Draw nigh to him and he'll draw nigh to you. Y'all, we can't survive out here. This is a cold, cruel, wicked, lust-filled world. And if you stay in that system, you'll be consumed by that system. Love your children. Love your family enough to quit doing foolishness. God bless you tonight. I love you.